Hi everybody, it's Donna here, occasionally Jaja, and I'm here with a project share. This is a uh, wall hanging that I've made, and it's the first one I've ever made, so I thought I'd share it with you. Um, it worked up pretty quick. I had fun doing it, but like anything you do for the first time, it was a little challenging trying to figure out how to do it. But the construction of this was with three doilies basically, and in between the doilies I used this, and this I cut up, but it was, I believe, a placemat, and it's just a single layer, but I needed a little bit more stability in between. So I just cut this out to put in between my doilies to just give it a little bit more stability, and I think it worked out well. And so that, I got that at a thrift store. So let's start with this. The image, as you can see here, is Teresa, and this is Marie Antoinette's sister-in-law. It's King Louis's sister, and yes, off with her head too. They sent her to the guillotine as well. But I thought she really, I thought, was a beautiful girl, and I loved this image of her. This is all done in pastels, and you know me, I like my pastels. So let me bring her up a little bit closer so you can see it. Again, it's one of my favorite images. I've admired this image for quite some time, and I'm hoping you can, if I tilt at different angles, the light isn't going to be too bright and you'll be able to see. Let me turn that up a little bit there. See her image. So that's it. It's all pastels. I don't even know if you can make this out, but here in her dress, there's yellows, very soft yellows. You could use lavenders because of the veil, or blue, soft blue. She's got peachy pinks in her face and in her lips. It's just a lovely image. And so, yeah, I would like to use her in another project, this image especially, because I just love it. She's so pretty. All right, so getting to the piece itself, I use three doilies in total. I have one on the back, and then you're going to see this one here with the scallops, and then you're going to see this one here, which is in more of an ecru or a beige tone. So we've got creams, I've got whites, I've got ecrus, I've just got all those neutrals going on in here, and I wanted to bring in some color because of the very soft pastels in the image. So to start, what I did is I stuck her image to a piece of felt, and then popped it onto that fabric that I just showed you from the placemat. And then I built around her once I put two doilies down. So I went around with the wedding dress applique, as you can see. Now here, here, and here, these flowers, I'm going to show you real quick. They're not polymer flowers. This one here has a yellow center to pick up on the yellow in her dress, as does this one on the bottom. That one has a little yellow center. This one it's just straight pink, and they all have a little green leaf. But those are actually, they're not polymer clay, they are porcelain. So they can, they're breakable, but so far I haven't chipped any of them. I got them in a lot on eBay a while back, and this is what they look like. So if you're interested, they're by Duncan, and like I said, I don't know if they make them anymore, but you can see the top one is 7/8 of an inch, and the bottom one is 5/8 of an inch in size. And this is all they had for a tag on there. It doesn't say where they're made or anything like that. And they're in a clear cellophane bag. So if you want a real porcelain flower, you can check that out. Yeah, so that's there. And then, like I said, I trimmed out with wedding dress applique, and here I put a little cluster of flowers. These are two of my favorite flowers I love to use because they're so delicate and they're so soft. And this is in a very light beige, And in the center of this flower, of course, it's not going to work for me. I know it's not going to focus. Come on. Maybe if I back up a little bit. You're going to see there it is. The stamen are pearls with a little bit of a rhinestone. And in this one, it's a cluster of pearls and some rhinestones. And this is a very soft pink organza. If we go down here, this is a little vintage. I just picked this up last week, and I had just put it in my craft room, and I popped it on here. This is a little seed pearl. If you can see all those tiny little seed pearls. It's very vintage. The pearls are in creams because it's old. And it's a gold tone outer piece. So this picks up on the beads that I'm going to jump up to now. I put these beads on each of the scallops of this particular doily. And as you can see, I love these beads. There's something about them. I love the gold on the inside. I like the pattern on it. They're just so different. And they're very, to me, rich and unusual looking. So, and I got those at Joann's. And, you know, I got one left and I'm going back to get more because I like them so much. I had them for a while. I wasn't sure how I was going to use them, but now that they're gone, I want more. All right. And so on the bottom here, we have this trim, which I love. A lot of you gals have this. It's so pretty. There it is. And here I added the polymer clay flowers just in the center of these three flowers here. This one there as well. And these are yellow. Yellow polymer because she's got the yellow in her dress. Underneath, I just popped this trim, which you can see. I call this my bumpage trim. It's just got these little bumps coming down off of the fringe. And under that, I had bought 3 curtains and and they were huge curtains. I think they must have been used on like a sliding glass door or something. They had this little tassel trim. So, and that is in white. And so I got a piece stuck in my hand up here. I used that on underneath that and in front of this very vintage old trim here in the back, and it is vintage. I get that from my 80-year-old aunt out of her stash because whatever she got, she cut buttons off of things, you know, took the trims off. She's my kind of gal. And so anyway, this is my wall hanging. Now the hanger is just seam binding and a little tiny delicate lace, as you can see, in white. I put the 2 of those on there. The back, this is a doily here. As you can see, it's like a triangular doily. It's got the 3, 1, 2, 3 connections, but it's a very cute doily. I mean, look at the work in that. I like that little pinwheel in the middle of each center. And then down the bottom, I popped just a little pink flower with a little bit of trim hanging down. Its own little dangle, so it's got some pink trim dangle there. And so that is the back. Oh yes, and then I just covered that piece up with a little bit of that's just a little piece of trim with some pink flowerets there. So anyway, this is, I wonder with my camera, no, it's not going to work. So this is my wall hanging. Again, it's my first one. Let me know what you think because it is my first one, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Yikes. Let me put her up here so we can see her a little bit better. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. So anyway, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. I enjoyed making her, and like I said, I just did her last night, so she didn't take too long, quite honestly. She went pretty quickly. So that's it for now. Take care. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye now.